Hey guys, and welcome to the newest episode of Blu-ray Tuesday with Terrell. All right, so this week, we're in February. I realized last week I didn't really talk about it, but it is Found Footage February. Usually around this time, I'm watching found footage movies all the time, and I haven't got started yet. Yeah, I gotta get on that. And also, what I did watch recently, the biggest movie that I did check out was Jackass. I just want to talk about that for a little bit because that movie was an experience for me. So Jackass, I've never really watched this as a kid. I've saw clips, I've heard of it. I've heard of the whole Steve-O and all these characters, right? You know, they do dumb shit, you know, white people shit. You know, I'm not racist. But yeah, all this type of craziness, like, you know, chopping their dicks into things and smash. It's some crazy shit they be doing. I don't know, I would never think to do these things. But anyways, we went to go see Jackass Forever, the fourth one in the series. And yeah, I really wish I was at a theater with alcohol because I definitely needed it, or some type of substance to keep me, you know, because I was so shocked. I will say that movie had some really funny ass moments. My favorite was, if you've seen it, there's like a segment or a bit or so called Silence of the Lambs. If you've seen it, let's talk about it, because that shit was funny as fuck, and I really want to watch the movie because of that scene. Also, a pretty crazy one that was kind of creepy and scary was the fucking vulture. I've never been scared of birds, but when I seen that shit come after that guy and his junk, that was pretty intense for me. And I will say, another thing that was kind of gross is the fucking ball thing. You gotta watch it. I think some of it's in the trailer with this boxing guy punching this guy in the nuts. I don't know. They're trying to like see if this cup over your balls is strong enough for these type of things. But he goes through it. I'm surprised he has kids, because I had to go Google these people and look him up, and he actually has a kid after all that. It's pretty crazy, a newborn, after his balls got smashed to shit. I don't know. But that movie is pretty crazy. It's pretty funny. I'd recommend having a cocktail or something with that when you watch it, because you need something. That shit is nuts. Be new to it. I mean, I didn't know anything about what this was going to be like, but I had a lot of fun with it. Jackass was fun. I'd see it again. Yeah. Also, Scream, you know, I've talked about this, I think, every episode, is having a fan event this week, Thursday, February 10th. They're having another fan event. It's all day, only on Thursday at the theaters. I think Cinemark, Regal Theaters is doing it as well. And they're showing Scream with bonus features. So, you know, if you guys want to see that again, check that out. And it also got greenlit for Scream 6. Isn't that amazing? I wonder where they're going to go with this. Like, are they going to bring Kirby back? Are they going to, like, everyone wants Stu to come back. Tell me what you guys think of that. I don't want Stu to come back. I think he died. You know, that TV, he was bleeding to death. You know, he was getting woozy. You guys remember that? But yeah, Stu could, you know, stay dead. But yeah, I'm here for the new movie. I'm hoping Tara becomes the new final girl and whatnot. And yeah, I'm ready to see where this goes. Samantha was kind of boring. I've talked about that before, the main girl. But maybe this next one is going to talk about her mother. We didn't get to see her that much. Or maybe Richie's dad's gonna come. I don't know if you know the actor Jack Quaid, but Dennis Quaid, his dad, he's pretty crazy. I've watched the movie, I can't think of the name, where he was like the little thriller that came out with Megan Good, where he lived up under the stairs. Spoiler alert, I guess that was a spoiler. But he was up under the stairs and he was trying to, like, you know, get at her, but then, like, I don't know, he rented the house to them. He was crazy. They had to, like, fight back to him. He was a scary ass man. I think he'd be a great, you know, killer, you know, coming to get the revenge, you know, very Scream 2. Having Billy's mom as the killer. Spoiler, y'all should have seen this already. But yeah, Scream 6, I'm excited for it. All right, so I do want to get into this week's releases, starting off with Joe Sadi's pick. So Joe Sadi he's the one that usually films these things. He really wanted me to talk about Akira. So Akira just was released a few weeks ago in a brand new 4K Ultra HD release. And look how bare bones this is. Look at this. I don't know if there's a glare, but look at this. So this release, Akira's been released like numerous times. It's like a Disney movie. It's released all the time. The movies, I haven't seen this in years, but I know it's very, very iconic, I guess. I work around a lot of art, and a lot of people have really cool posters for this, and a lot of stories about this anime. I guess this is really like groundbreaking or whatnot, but they have some really cool additions. And then the newest release in 4K is very bare bones. Shouldn't this have like a slipcover or something? Maybe you're missing out on something, I don't know. But yeah, so Akira. So this movie's, this movie's, you know, I need to check this out, I guess. I think this is supposed to be like a new scan. I believe the original 4K of this that was released had like a bad aspect ratio or audio issues or something like that. So they re-released it. So that's kind of cool. So maybe this is like the more complete edition of this film, which is kind of cool. But I wish they, like, you know, spruced it up a little bit. Like, there's a cool like book edition. There's a cool like steelbook. I think I own it on steelbook on the regular Blu-ray, and still sealed. I haven't opened it. But yeah, Akira. This is his pick. If you guys have seen this, yeah, let's talk about it. Should I watch it, or is it something I should just, you know, Let's Sit Sealed. I mean, this is cool. This guy, this is a more epic picture of him on this bike or walking past this bike. A lot of other movies and shows and stuff have referenced this cover. This is kind of a weird cover too, just his face. I like the other one with him with the bike. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Akira. All right. So that's that one. That's Yosadi's pick. All right, next up, I want to talk about stuff that was late last week or stuff that I was excited to get last week. And starting off with The Last Duel. So this was released back in December, and this slipcover edition was super like rare in a sense. So like all the stores like Target, Best Buy, they got this release, but it was all slipless. Like I remember I went to my Best Buy and I was like, oh shoot, they have them in stock. So I ordered it for pickup. It was slipless. And I felt so bad about it because I'm like, the girl went through all this trouble to go get this. And then I told her, never mind, I don't want it. And she was looking at me like I was crazy. But I mean, look at this slip. Why would you pass that up? It's so nice and minty fresh. So I got on eBay and I had to get me a slip. So I went on eBay and I found a copy. I didn't think I would win and I actually won it. So I got this copy, The Last Duel. I heard a lot of good things about it. If you listen to the Overlook Hour, the Lookies episode, I think Lord Battle, Russell Fisher put this in his top 5. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it. It has some great actors. It has the guy from Star Wars. Who else in here? Matt Damon. And this girl, I think it's about her. I don't know. But anyways, I want to check this out. Isn't this cool? And Disney, they cheap as fuck, let me tell you. So Disney, when they put out their cartoons and their animated features, they make sure that shit got their slips, they got everything, you know, together. They bought 20th Century Fox, and all the releases, I've talked about this before, they usually come bare bones with like no slip. So I know this is like probably an anal thing, but the collector in me wants, you know, the complete thing. So it's kind of cool that I finally got this in the slipcover. Kind of like the whole Clifford thing last week, where a lot of people haven't seen it with the slipcovers, but like every now and then you could probably find one. So this is probably not going to be something you're going to find in the future. So I would go to eBay, but the prices are rising. So that's that. Next up with the whole slipcover fiasco is House of Wax. Isn't this amazing? I love this movie. And last week we went to go to Terror Tuesday to watch the 35mm screening of this, and it was great. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I have the old Blu-ray copy of this, and this one is like an updated version, a new scan, and hella bonus features. So yeah, we went to a super late showing of this, and at first I was skeptical on going, but I don't know. I was super excited that we went, and I ordered it. I think I ordered on Amazon, and I was like, okay, is this gonna come with a slip? And it did. I was so shocked. I thought I was gonna get like a bare bones edition of this shit too, because this came out like earlier last year, or the middle of last year. But yeah, this came with the slip and has hella bonus features. There's a new interview with Paris Hilton. Isn't that great? Paris Hilton's great in this movie. And I like Alicia Cuthbert, her right here, running from that killer. This movie's really cool. It's pretty gory, pretty intense, and rewatching it was really fun. But yeah, if you guys haven't got this yet or like House of Wax, yeah, let's talk about this as well. But if you haven't picked this up, I'd order it ASAP before it is slipless, because you know these Scream Factory releases always, you know, after a while, they do go out of print. It does have a reversible cover. It has the original cover on the inside. You know how to flip it. Yeah. House of Wax, cool, you know, like slashers, so this was a big one for me. All right, next up, I feel like I have a lot to talk about today, but next up, I happen to be in town visiting family, and I happen to stop by Walmart, and I happen to pick up some releases I'll just briefly talk about. I picked up Nightshade. Nightshade is a release I didn't know came out. It's with Dina Lohan and Lou Ferrigno Jr. So this movie, I looked it up on Bluray.com is how I keep track of all like my Blu-rays. Like if I buy something, I like put it that I had bought it, and I looked this up when every time I buy a copy of a movie, I try to like go there to try to like, you know, add this to my collection, and this shit wasn't even on there. So I guess maybe because it's from Echo Bridge and it's a Walmart release, maybe it's exclusive to Walmart, but it doesn't even show on Bluray.com. But this is like a thriller, I don't know, some supernatural film. It has Dina Lohan from the Saw films, and looks like the Hulk's son. It looks interesting. It's like a sci-fi, or maybe looks sci-fi or demonic thriller of some sort. And yeah, this is at Walmart. It was like 10 bucks. So yeah, if you're interested, check this out. It's not located on Bluray.com, so I thought I'd, you know, talk about it. Also, while I was there, you know, like my clowns and my Pennywise, they had this crazy looking DVD. Look at this, another $10 release. I should have waited because the $1.25 store is probably gonna get this next week. But My Bloody Birthday, but look at this clown. He looks so cool. He looks creepy as fuck, right? It's probably like, you know, they're trying to be like the whole Pennywise thing. And I hella wanna watch this. Look at that, all these clowns. Weird, right? So I guess it's like a birthday thing. I have no idea what this is. It says he's ready to give you a slice. Look at that. That's a crazy headline, ain't it? I could have came up with that better than myself. But anyways, yeah, I picked this up as well, and I'm looking forward to checking this out. It looks stupid. Yeah, My Bloody Birthday. All right, so now we're gonna move on to this week's releases, and starting off with Stargirl. This is one of the CW Arrowverse spinoffs. You know that they have all like the Black Woman, Flash. They started off with the Arrow show, but I think that's long gone. And yeah, they have long running, like they have Black Lightning. They have hella shows, and it's hard to keep up. But Stargirl was pretty fun. I heard season 2 was better than the first one. This hit Blu-ray today. It's kind of hard to find the Blu-ray copy. There's only like 2 at Best Buy. Target didn't even have it. But you know, what else is new? Everything's online now. But Stargirl, it's a CW show. The 3rd season is hitting this year, I think in May or April, something like that. But yeah, season 3 is coming. So if you want to get caught up, season 2 did drop today. All right, one of the biggest releases this week is from Disney. You know, they put all the odds and ends and then cartoons. So Encanto, this is a really fun one. This hit Disney Plus a few weeks ago, and it was in theaters before that. It came out around the Thanksgiving time. You know, the normal, you know, shit and giggles type of movie. It's a girl trying to find herself and coming of age, and she's one of these powers, but I guess all her family, like they open this door when they're a kid and get some type of power to keep this house alive, hence the big house in the back. And then when she opens the door, she don't get no powers. I'm like, oh, poor girl. She's so nice and sweet and like smart, but she don't get powers. So it has a whole little story of like, you know, people who don't have powers could be, you know, a hero in a sense. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much, but this one's pretty fun and heartfelt. Might still be on Disney Plus, but I did pick up the Target version. It came with these lithographs, these Colombiano lithographs, Colombian artist. Yeah, that's Colombiano, that's a movie. Colombian artist did some lithographs for this release, and this is the 4K edition. And yeah, this is fun. I would recommend it. All right, guys, next up for the exclusive for this week is I picked up the new DC animated film, Catwoman. You know, Batman, the Batman movie's coming out in March. I think there's also going to be an early release for it. March 4th is the release date, and March 1st, I think there's an IMAX, you could watch the movie early, so those tickets are selling out pretty quick. But yeah, the new DC animated film, Catwoman Hunted, just dropped today. I own all these on Steelbooks. This is a must for me. I have them all the way from like 2008 when they released these animated films, and a lot of their DC animated films are better than the live action. And fight me on that, but you know, Marvel's doing better with the whole live action thing. But yeah, this Catwoman movie just dropped. She doesn't have enough. She doesn't have a lot of solo DC films, but this one's about her trying to steal this jewel. You know, what else is new? She'd be robbing people, and Batwoman gets in the way, I think, and this army of villains here. So it's her versus like Batwoman and a bunch of other villains trying to steal this precious emerald or something. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. And Best Buy had the exclusive steelbook for this. This, I guess, isn't as rare because I pre-ordered it just in case, because you know Best Buy and their steelbooks. But I happened to be in there today, and they actually had one of these on the shelf, which is pretty crazy, like around 3 o'clock. But yeah, Catwoman, this is a cool cover. The animated style for this is more anime, like Akira, we just talked about a few moments ago. But yeah, it has a cool little anime style for this feature. So if you're into anime and DC, they mix the two, so it's kind of cool. There's not a lot of bonus features. There's just a featurette about Catwoman, and yeah, just a featurette of Catwoman. But yeah, this is in 4K, and yeah, that's at Best Buy. They also released it in like a regular Blu-ray and a regular 4K release with a slipcover, but I went with the steelbook to match all the others I do have. Yeah. All right, we're getting through these. So the last one I was super excited for is Resident Evil. So this also had a steelbook, a universal one. It wasn't exclusive to anywhere. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, all have them online. I pre-ordered it and it hasn't arrived yet, but we'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah, I did pick up this version. It's the 4K release. I will say it's kind of weird that the way they do the pricing. This was at Best Buy for like 23 bucks, and the regular Blu-ray was 22 bucks. But this comes with the Blu-ray, so I'm like, I'm hoping y'all getting your money's worth. Pay that $1 more to get the Blu-ray and the 4K. But yeah, welcome to Raccoon City. So what they were trying to do with this film is to try to reboot the whole series and bring it back to the horror elements, and to become more about the video games, like the other ones went all off the handle with Alice, who wasn't in the games, and then went to this whole. I like those though. Let me tell you, every movie that came out, I was super excited for, and I was here for them. So this one was kind of fun. I love Claire; she's front and center. But the casting's kind of cool. They wanted to keep it a bit more, you know, not make them all like, you know, colored like white people. So they added some more other kind of, you know, the casting was a bit different, which I don't mind. This is awesome. I love the Jill. Only person I was tripping off of is this guy right here, Leon. When you play the games, like I played Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Leon's a badass. I know he was like a rookie, but in this movie, no, I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but in this movie, he was very like weenie and like didn't know what to do. And I'm all for girl power and like badass females, so the girls were taking all like Claire was like the badass in this one, and Jill kind of too, because even Chris Redfield's kind of like a jockey guy, and I didn't like Chris as much in this. I like him better in the games. That kind of was weird. I think the biggest thing I didn't like Leon being a fucking weenie, because he's not a weenie. And this guy, Wesker, he was okay. He just didn't feel like Wesker to me. But I guess it's because I played the game so much, and this is like probably my favorite game series. And I know I'm like trying to bash all the characters or whatnot that I played in this movie, but I did like it. I think it was kind of cool. It did add some new things to it about her storyline, her being like in this foster home with Chris and all this stuff. And then they got split up as they got older. Yeah, and here's the back here. This little zombies here. They have the liquor. They kind of infused the first movie and the second one into one, because it kind of happens simultaneously, I guess. And then it ends like, you know, ready for like the third one, I guess, or the third game. But yeah, so it infuses the first two. I had fun with it. A lot of people kind of trash this movie. If you're a fan of the games, there's gonna be a lot of moments that you're like, oh shit, I remember that. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Maybe I'd recommend renting it first, or if it's streaming, to check it out there first. But yeah, I liked Resident Evil. It was fun. All right, so I wanted to close this out with, oh, real quick, I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you guys are gamers here too, but the Evil Dead game just dropped its pre-order today, and there's some cool like editions. Like there's like Ultimate Edition that sold out in hours. I was gonna get that. It was $200, so that's a lot of money. But yeah, they had the Collector's Edition that's $124, and then they have the regular one. So it's gonna be on PS5, PS4, Xbox, you know, all the systems, PC. And yeah, it's gonna be like Dead by Daylight, the Friday the 13th game. You can play as iconic characters from the Evil Dead series. And yeah, so that dropped today if you guys are interested. The Collector's Edition does come with like a lot of DLC, comes with like a vinyl record, a t-shirt. The Ultimate one was awesome because it came with the Necronomicon from Trick or Treat Studios, like the replica book. And it comes with the steel book, hella shit. But that did drop today if you guys are interested, so go pre-order that before that sells out. And yeah. All right, so rounding out the week, since it is Found Footage February, we do want to talk about an overlooked found footage film that I liked, hence the shirt, you've been marked, is The Marked Ones. I love the Paranormal Activity series, and I feel like a lot of people like are sleeping on this one. And I think you guys should revisit this. The Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, I know when I've talked about this before, or I posted the series before, people are like, oh, I didn't like that movie, or oh, why was that one, you know, a part of the series? I know that a lot of people think it fell off after the third one, but I do think this is up there. Like if I were to rank these, this would definitely be in my top 3. I like the twist that it had, I like the storyline that it had, and it was cool, it was different. It was kind of cool to see different characters and how it incorporated it with the Katie and the whole Toby situation, and kind of how it all started and opened up the whole dimension thing. Maybe those are spoilers, I don't know. But I'd say check this out, and I want to know, what are you guys' recommendations on found footage? Because I need to watch some this month, you know. And don't forget, stay tuned, because the Unnamed Footage Festival, if you guys are in the Bay Area, that's going to be next month on March 17th. You know, St. Patrick's Day, y'all. Wear your green, get your green beer, and let's go watch found footage. But yeah, so every week this month, I do want to talk about found footage, and if you guys have some that I should check out, or I should talk about, or you guys liked, or should watch, yeah, just in the comments there, you know, I want more comments on my videos. Just talk about some, or do you like, did you like this movie? I love Paranormal Activity. And if you guys watched Next to Kin, what did y'all think of that? That was great. I like that little reboots, remake type of thing. But The Marked Ones, I thought was really fun. All right, guys, so that's it for this week. I know that's probably a lot that we talked about today. There's a lot of stuff today. But yeah, until next time, bye.